the bait. Ain't no need to lag, ain't no need to lag. Yeah, gotta chase the bait, gotta chase the bait. Ain't no need to lag.
What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. I am your host, as always. Thanks so much for checking out the podcast. Had a rough couple of days. It feels like I haven't done this in a while, and unfortunately, today is another one of those instant premiere videos. Got a nephew's birthday party, starts at 11:30. That is when my show normally goes on. I would maybe do it later, but hey, let's go ahead and just get it going. We'll do one more instant premiere here, which means you guys are watching it like it's live, but unfortunately, we are not live. You can still interact on the YouTube channel. You can still hit the like button. You can still hit the subscribe button. If you're watching it on the Twitter version, come on over to YouTube. Just search Lunchtime in the Lab or youtube.com at Lunchtime in the Lab, if I'm not mistaken. Take you to it. Hit that sub button. I'm live at 11:30 every day. Sometimes things just get in the way. I mean, life, we were supposed to pick up a couch yesterday. I show up at Value City, which is where we've gotten all of our furniture. I mean, they're normally priced pretty good, and it's still some good quality stuff, whatever. Got a credit card with them, and rented a U-Haul, $75 to do that. Had everything in it. They couldn't find the wedge piece. I sat for an hour. It come out. It didn't show up, and I said, well, I called. You guys said it was all here. Like, yeah, it's not here, but unfortunately, it's on back order until June. What? I said, let me talk to the manager. There's not a manager here right now. I was like, boy, what do you want me to do without a couch? What am I supposed to do without a wedge? So let me talk to whoever's in charge. She didn't want to help me. I was like, all right, take the shit off my truck. Take it off the truck. I was angry. I did apologize to the person that I let the mail, what do they call it, Ken. I was definitely a Ken. Called customer service, everything. Went out, spent $800 extra somewhere else. Bought another couch at a different company. Got a credit card through them. Spent $800 extra. So like, F you, Value City. Super frustrating day yesterday, but we're back to it. Let's pull this up here before we get into today's plays. Honestly, let's see. What did we do yesterday? You got to follow me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets. That's where I give all my updates, all my information. I just realized that I'm not even recording it for the actual audio side, but I'm not going to start over. Like we're past that point. Feel a little stuffy. I got a sore throat this morning. If not sounding as loud or anything, but let's see. I did tweet the plays. Braves money line, that one cash looks scary, but then what they have that like 7-run explosion in like the 8th inning or something like that. Braves bats good. Phillies bullpen bad? Question mark. We don't know yet. Probably both. Team total. Diamondbacks team total over 2.5 runs in the first 5. Killed it at 3 in the second inning, maybe the third inning. Diamondbacks looking fantastic. And unfortunately, the Astros, they were close. They let the Yankees let it rip late on, just like the Braves did. We went 2 in one day there. Definitely got to get into the tracker, and hopefully next episode I'll recap that for you. I've been super busy. I haven't even tracked myself in the Discord. But speaking of the Discord, let's do this real quick. A lot of you guys are coming from Discord. A lot of you guys have already got this deal. If you are not in the Discord, I mean, look, fantastic getting these plays here. Appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the sub button that you just hit. But we'll pull up this nice little fancy graphic here. We have always I have a code, Lunchtime in the Lab, all caps, get you 25% off. We actually have a code for 30% off on your first month. Code home run, all caps, baseball themed, right? I just wanted to real quick. I just wanted to show off yesterday and just show off the plays that I hit. And I didn't even take the time I added 4 or 5 more to this. I should have pulled up the screenshot. I'm honestly probably 10-1 right now to start out the season. Fantastic. So this was 2 days ago. We hit on the Diamondbacks team total, hit a little hit builder here, did Mookie and an alt total for some even money. Did the Tigers money line boosted. We had them at a -1.5. We did miss that one on the podcast here. Orioles and Dodgers together. Then we did cap it off, a nice little for there to be a home run in the first inning against the Diamondbacks. Man, that bet would have hit yesterday too. Should have ran it back. And I normally do run that type of stuff back. So we had a nice little hit there. But we'll go ahead and get into plays here. But like I said, go ahead and check out the Beer Money page at the bottom there on YouTube. Got a link there for the month and utilize that code, get it off. you're watching on Twitter, all the way at the top of my bio. Like I said, if you're watching on Twitter before we get into plays here, please do me a favor. First off, thanks so much for interacting. Hit a retweet on there. Like, I'm trying to get the show to blow up. I've been, killing it in baseball. We've gone 2-3 back-to-back days on our home run lottos. Super frustrating. I don't know what I've done to not be able to hit one of these bad boys, but maybe we'll hit it today. I already gave that out on Twitter, in the Discord as well. But the first play today, there's not really a lot of graphs right now. In a lot of this podcast that I'm going to do now that I'm just kind of thinking about it, I put some of this together last night knowing I needed to record a little early today. It's 9:00 in the morning for me right now. Normally I'm doing this by 11:30. Plays pop really early for the MLB. So we're able to get ahead of this early. Although when I'm doing some of these like hit builders or hit run RBIs or total bases, a lot of that stuff comes with honestly a lot of research. And sometimes I may not have enough time to put that together. So this podcast is going to be primarily more money lines, totals, team totals, stuff like that. And yeah, of course, if I see something real quick, I'll go ahead and hop on a Bryce Harper prop or something like that, But that being said, I don't really have graphics to show you like I do NBA. And I'm not done with the NBA. I just at this moment we've been killing baseball, and we're gonna stick to some of this stuff. Although I do have a football play at the end here. So anyway, that we got a Reds background here. Reds ballpark has been fantastic for runs. They've always got good park factors and everything like that. We are going to go with the Reds team total, the Reds first 5 team total over 2.5 runs against the Nationals. If you do not have this play available, go ahead and take the full game team total. Although obviously we're going to track the first 5. The first 5, you see that at least on DraftKings. BetMGM might have it. For those of you that don't have DraftKings, go ahead and run the full team total, although that's not the official play. Of course, I expect them to score a bunch of runs. I just think they're going to do it early because I should have brought some water here. My throat's hurting. We've got Patrick Corbin Day today. For those who celebrate, fantastic betting day, once a week, something like that. Last year, 10-15 with a 5+ ERA. If I'm not mistaken, the year before that, he had a 7 ERA, and the year before that, a 5.98, so almost a 6. So he's been consistently very hittable guy for a while. If you were to look at his last 6 outings last year, he only went 4.2, 4.1, 6, 6.2, 4, and 5. So he's barely getting out of the first 5 and getting hit, hard. We're talking 6 hits, 5, 4, 5, 7, 10. And in terms of earned runs, we're giving up 4, 5, 1, 2, 8, and 6. I mean, the guy does just get hit. He's the type of pitcher, just like the other day, we didn't get to talk about it, unfortunately, on the podcast, but if you're in the Discord, I mean, you've seen it. Kyle Freeland's one of these guys I love to fade, especially away. He does seem to pitch okay at Coors Field, which is kind of an oxymoron because Coors Field is definitely more of a hitter's ballpark. But guy struggles away. Who was it last night? Kyle Quantrill or whatever. Dude got hit pretty hard, against the D-backs there too. But anyway, Patrick Corbin, definitely one of those guys. Definitely one of the other guys. Can't wait to see Jordan Lyles come up. Graham Ashcraft was another guy we were all over last year for the Reds here. But, Reds had 10 hits in their last game just, 2 days ago against the same Nationals team. 8 of those runs, 10 hits and 8 runs. 7 of those runs came in the first 3 innings. So they would have cashed his first 5 team total, obviously very easy by the 3rd inning. I don't see why they don't get to Patrick Corbin early here. According to Ballpark Pal, which has, been one of my favorite websites for me to look at. Unfortunately, they're charging, but I mean, I can't be too upset at that. I think it's only going to be $10 a month or something like that. So I'll have to, I have it today and tomorrow free, and then I'll probably have to end up getting that subscription. But they show that there's a 29% increase for a chance of home run today and a 9% increase in over the average to just getting runs. So we have a good opportunity. That wind blowing out to, I think it was like left center. Shows a little windy emoji. So that helps, carry the ball. It's a nice little midday game. So the sun's out, going to be a little warmer. That means the ball is going to travel a little better. So the first play today is going to be the Reds first 5 team total over 2.5 runs. If you don't have this available on your book, go ahead and play the full game team total. It's probably at 4.5. It's at 5.5. I don't know how much I love it. Maybe pull it down for an alt and take a guy to get a hit or something like that. But I say it all the time. Very, very important to make sure that you guys have multiple books in this game. You can't ride with just FanDuel. Although, I mean, FanDuel for the longest time has been my unlucky book, and then baseball season came, and it's like, oh, all my money's back, because I've been hitting a lot of bets on it. Speaking of that, I'm probably going to start a 10K challenge today too. So make sure you follow me on Twitter or you're in the Discord. Second play, going with the Braves and the Phillies again here. We're gonna go over 8 runs, and let me actually double check here because I I looked at the first 5 line already, but let me see. Okay, still 8, so we have a push potential, which is nice. 8.5, perfectly fine too if you can get it. I do like the 8 because then we have a chance for a push. I actually love to play a total that's at even money because you have a chance to hit that 8 and not lose it. If it's at 8.5, obviously you can get hooked. But 2 very good offenses in this matchup. Fantastic offenses. Either team could go off at any moment. You got what's his first name? Max, I think, right? Max Fried, Aaron Nola. 2 solid pitchers. Real good guys. But let me actually, I don't have it up in front. Oh, I do have it up in front of me. We got some good history here with some of these players. Really good player matchups. And we're not talking like Austin Riley, 57 at bats. He's batting 386 against Nola. 5 home runs. Ronald Acuna, 50 plus bats, 346, 4 home runs, 6 doubles. Albies bats 258. Ozuna 259. Not showing me Matt Olson for some reason. Oh, there he goes. Matt Olson 250 with a home run. And then if you go on the reverse side, let's pull up Fried here. Got JT Realmuto, 4 home runs, bats 381. Trey Turner, home run, bats almost 400. Bryce Harper batting 303. Nick Castellanos batting 643. 14 at bats. I don't care. 9 hits. Fantastic. That's a really good look right there. Dude's hitting them. Alex Baum, 273. Stott, not good. 0.11. Some of the other guys, Marsh hasn't faced him yet. But anyway, does that really matter? No. At any given moment, guys, I did the 10K challenge like 2 years ago. What was the guy's name? Kyle Bradish for the Orioles. I'll never forget. Like, I was on step 9. Dude threw a no-hitter. That's when the Orioles weren't really all that good. Got through a no-hitter against somebody that, like, he had no business throwing a no-hitter against. And I'm like, who the hell is Kyle Bradish? Does that guy even pitch anymore? I don't know. That dude threw a no-hitter, though, or up until at least eight innings or something like that. So at any given moment, anything can happen. But I'm liking runs just based off the history. Also, in their last 10 games, 7 of the last 10 have had 8+ runs. So we have a nice little history here. You also have a Phillies offense that really looked stagnant, really didn't get a lot done. Braves offense that woke up and we're like, all right, here are the Braves. This is what we like. This is what we're used to. So I think the Phillies bats wake up. Braves bats are always going to be there. So we're going to ride Braves versus the Phillies over 8 runs for our second play. Lastly, I've been talking about this moment for a while. We have hopes. We have hopes to do a podcast. However, being a new sport, new league, not a new sport, new league, new rules, new players, new everything. We don't know a whole lot about it. How bad's it going to be? Me and Ty from the Beer Money Discord, me and him go back a couple years, been texting and talking about plays and everything like that. Really good college football guy, really good handicapper. I mean, this is the only dude that I know that just smokes. What is it? Not spring training, preseason for the NFL. I don't touch preseason in the NFL. He does. Dude's fantastic at it. Really, really good football capper. Really excited to be along with him. Really excited to see his plays today. If you're in the Discord, me and him, we've been cooking some stuff up. Excited to see. Need him to get back to me here this morning, but excited to see what we're going to get into. Anyway, this season starts today. Really cool. This is the one that's endorsed by The Rock. I don't know if it's still owned for him because they merged or whatever. But looking at this graphic here on the left, it's the Renegades. On the right, it's the Stallions. On the left, that white team, they won the XFL championship last year. The right team, the Stallions, Birmingham Stallions, they won the USFL championship last year. The league's mixed. Some teams stayed the same. Some players mixed up. They did a little draft, everything like that. I don't know for sure how it works, to be completely honest. Not a whole lot of media with it. Anyway, we have champion versus champion today for two separate leagues. Now they are one. We're gonna ride. What do they say? They say defense wins championships. That's kind of what happened here. Neither of these guys were really offensive, to be honest. The Renegades last year, the offense was terrible. I remember at some point early on, like they never scored a touchdown. They were like they started out good, and like they never scored a touchdown, or they scored one touchdown in their first three games, but like their defense was just phenomenal. Stoops is the coach, always been a defensive minded guy. Renegades at the same time here. So I'm gonna go with the under 41.5 points. Like I said, XFL champ versus USFL champ. We don't know a lot of these two leagues since they just merged. Stallions had to replace nearly their entire offensive line throughout. These guys go to Canada to play. These guys get signed to practice squad, in the NFL, everything like that. So when they get an opportunity to move around, these guys move around. They don't always stay around. They move to better things or whatever. Had to replace their entire O-line. Renegades last year had a great defense, almost no offense. One of these guys, if I'm not mistaken, has Vic Beasley. If you remember him, super solid NFL player, Pro Bowl type guy. You'll see some of these guys, like some of these guys were NFL players. AJ McCarron, for example, I don't think it was a number one draft pick, but I mean a high draft pick coming out of Bama. Even was actually on the Bengals for the last 6 games after Joe Burrow got injured. I don't think he ever played because what's his face, kind of had a good game or good end of the year. For the life of me, I can't think of that backup quarterback's name for the Bengals. But anyway, these guys move around. Really good defense. And early here, you're gonna see this isn't like a college football game where you have like the first game jitters and stuff like that. But like these guys have been playing for a while together. Like some of these guys are like you're kind of like mushed in, and they've been practicing and all that, obviously. But in my opinion, we're gonna see a lot of miscommunication between the wide receivers and the quarterbacks. I remember it last year. I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't know if I can bet on this. Just the talent level was really low. You see a lot of wide receiver is supposed to run like a 10-yard curl, like gets this turnaround, quarterback's gonna hit him. Wide receiver running, turns around, ball 20 yards over his head. Like, oh, quarterback, I thought you were running a streak or something like that. What I'm saying? It's funny though too that like I've been talking to myself for 18 minutes at this point. It amazes me that like I can like do this with no like interaction. We're just kind of just literally talking to myself here. But anyhow, that's what I think is going to happen. So we're going to ride the under in the 41.5 points. Ty, he doesn't bet unders. I do. I'm not afraid. He says life's too short to bet under. I do use that phrase a lot. But I think the under is the right play in this one. So I don't have a recap screen though. I apologize, guys. Like I said, feeling under the weather. Throats got kind of killing me at this point. But I'm gonna have to be hitting the road here to go to this little kid's birthday party. Well, he's like 11 now or something like that. I have no idea how old he is, to be completely honest. But to recap, though, we're going to go the Reds first 5 team total over 2.5 runs. This is on DraftKings. I know for sure. I think Bet365 might have it. I don't know if Hard Rock Fanatics. I haven't really looked around. I probably should have. I apologize. If somebody knows, drop a comment. Help me out, and then I can try to like say something, tomorrow about it. If you don't have it, though, go ahead and take the team total. We should be okay. But it's a fade on Patrick Corbin. I'm expecting Patrick Corbin to only go 5 innings, maybe 6. So why not just attack him and go with the first 5 is my thought point here. Second play, Braves and Phillies over 8 runs. They've gone over this in 7 of the last 10. Love it. Like it. Really good offenses here. And then we're going to go with the Birmingham Stallions versus the Arlington Renegades under 41.5 points. I'll be honest with you. Some of you guys might not be able to bet this. There's state restrictions. Last year, I don't think I was. I wasn't. I had my buddy Alan. I'd shout out him if he's still listening to the podcast. I used to, like send, but hey, like give me put this and this bet together. Send me a screenshot too so I can post it, So but I do get to truly bet it. I get to truly, not hammer it. That's for dang sure. But we're gonna be winning some money on it, ideally. That's all I got for you guys, though. If you, like I said, if you made it this far, thanks so much. Continue to watch these videos. Continue to like these videos. Continue to subscribe to these videos. If you made it this far on Twitter, retweet it. Come on over, subscribe to YouTube. Today, hopefully the last, instant premiere type thing that I have here for a while. I hope these are working out just as good as everything else is. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Hit this outro actually. But very important to make sure you follow me on Twitter. You get some of these updates. You know, possibly a 10K challenge, possibly this, possibly that. Graphics, the home run lottos. I've gone 2 for 3. You know, I've nearly hit a plus 10,000 in back-to-back days. But what do they say? Like, you know, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You know what? 2 3 not winning us any money. If you round robin it, obviously it is. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna keep winning. We're gonna keep. We got a bunch of sports here. We're gonna keep it up, keep this mixture up, everything like that. And you know, can't wait to keep winning. Can't wait to keep seeing these new faces and everything like that. And I will catch you guys back tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. 11:30.